Hello everyone, think with Lachance, find the difference. Many broiler enterprise feedback they want to get better FCR and weight gain. Today I want to show some of the experience on the broiler. Let us check more details. Many friends who control the broiler all know that the weight at 1 week end determines the weight of the broiler whole life. The weight at the first weekend determines the slaughter weight of the broiler. For every gram of the weight over of the first weekend, the slaughter weight increases 6 to 10 grams. The clicks with the slaughter weight at the age of 7 days after have the largest slaughter weight. A good start is half a success. The focus is most broiler breeding companies is the first week to raising their weight to 200 grams after removing crop at the weekend. This is a goal. So, how can we achieve it? In order to achieve both mentioned weekend weight, the temperature, the utilization, density, light, and the humidity should be well managed. For first, the temperature and the humidity management of the temperature of the brooding is usually set at about 34 temperature, and the humidity is best controlled 65. The humidity in the hem house should not be too high or too low, and the ventilation times be increased. Adjust the humidity in the hen house. The light, the ventilation, and the density management from the first day to the third day, according to the 24 hours light after beginning the fourth day. It needs to reduce the light time for 1 hour or 2 days. Using the minimum ventilation is recommended that the temperature control should be used to control the fan in the breeding stage. If the temperature is appropriate, the chickens will be evenly distributed in the hen house, usually 20 or 30 in a group, and they wake around one group from time to time. Bile acid plays an important role in fat metabolism because the incomplete development of the digestive systems and visceral organs of chicks. The bile acid secretion is seriously insufficient, which leads to the low utilization rate of fat. Bile acid can improve the digestion ability and the dynamic assist, and recovery the improvement its liver and bile functions, improve the health of the body, reduce the metabolism, energy of the feed, and sale cost. Sale cost, the raw material is rising, so the sale cost is very important. Improve the production performance of the poultry, like the slaughter performance and the carcass rate. Reduce the FCR. Improve the quality of the feed, stabilize the quality of the feed, and also smooth the bile duct. We know the feed maybe meet some problems. They also have many bile acid play a role of the liver and the bile protection. The Bobo mentioned 7 days old chicks with the largest weight, the biggest weight when the slaughter. So want to have the good benefit. Health chicks are the basis. Final weight is the index of the broiler, but from the beginning of the diet weight has a subtle impact on the slaughter weight. So we should pay attention to the management of the broiler every day. So that we can have a considerable weight and slaughter and increase the breeding efficiency. In later stage of the broiler breeding, it's usually adding the large amount of the fat in the feed to promote its weight gain. But the utilization ability of the broiler to feed is limited. A lot of the fat can be fully utilized, converted into the abnormal fat accumulated in the abnormal. and cannot to cover into the muscle fat. Bile acid can enhance the absorption of fat, promote the conversion of fat into the intramuscular fat, improve the throttle performance rate. Every just 1% the increased throttle rate, the profit of the breeding enterprise will greatly be improved. Bosley from Wafengding City. Bosley from the Wafengding City, the Liaoning province, raised the 1,800,000 large broiler chickens. Only July 3, he bought the chickens. He added bile acid in the first 7 days. The number of the mortality of the chicks decreased significantly, and the evenness increased. The problems of the feed worst occur in one house and 4 houses of the 23 days old, and the difference of the 28 days old chickens was 97 compared to others house. When the bile acid be added to one house and at the age of the 32 days, the feed intake increasing significantly, and the 4 houses were fed normally. The difference between the one house and the other house was shortened to 23 grams at the age of the 35 days, and the difference between the 4 houses and the other house was increased in 42 grams. So big difference. It's obvious from about the case of the bile acid has solved both these problems. By comparison, the use of the bile acid helps cause broiler to recover nearly 120 grams, a chicken 120 grams, and 30,000 chickens. If the market is 1,800 kg of the broiler. The benefits of the loss possibly is significantly. Even the factory directly pressed or bile acid played a very decisive role. Let us check the bile acid, which has what functions. Promotes the energy absorption, improves the utilization rate of fat, and help broiler digest the nutrition of feed. Promotes the bile secretion, protect the liver, gallbladder, improves the liver and gallbladder vitality. Like the liver, broiler body restores the ability of digestion. Let the liver restore vitality. Decompose and remove the endotoxins, improve the immunity. Bile acid can directly act on the endotoxin, share the pressure of the liver and make liver recover. Promotes the absorption of fat, soluble vitamins. Comprehensive helps the liver and broiler share the pressure and quickly helps the liver recover its vitality. So, what kinds of magic drug of the bile acid? In fact, bile acid cannot be called as medicine. It should be called as feed additives. Bile acid has a national patent technology, and the broiler used it safely. Lachance, our group, Lachance group missions develop great, safe, and efficiency feed additives. In modern feed industry, the fat content has becoming higher and higher. It's completely way for fat digestion by green. There are 3 steps: emulsification, fat digestion, and absorption. Adding emulsifier can remarkably improve the utilization rate. Emulsification, the even kind of the emulsifier has the emulsifying functions of all of them by combine the hydrophilic water attracting and the lipophilic oil attracting element. Under this way, the fat emulsification into the droplets, which can have the more contact with the lipids. Digestion, all the bile acid can participate the high function directly in system, which can explain from its mechanism of action. The suitable of the pH value of the lipids activity 8 or to 9, but the pH value is in the intestine is only 6 to 7. In the condition, lipids doesn't work fully. The lipids can activity by bile acid when they come back together. Bile acid can open the cap of the lipids and release the catalyzed element. In the meantime, the structure of the lipids can also change let the fat droplets contract with the catalyzer in the order to hydrolyze into fatty acid absorption. Both bile acid and phospholipid work in this period, while they have totally different mechanism. Phospholipid are the component part of the chylomicol, which make up the fatty acid. Bile acid can phospholipid fatty acid cannot enter the intestinal epithelium itself. As one kind, the opensemia. Bile acid can be identified by the intestinal epithelium, which can make the chylomicol enter into successfully and let fatty acid pass into the bloodstream. Only fat digestion and absorption in fat, the fat can be utilization of the animal. The weight gain can be improved. Many tropical climate countries, there is more virus and bacterial reproduction. The problems of the lipid oxidation of the mycotoxins are very serious. But bile acid has the ability to excrete the toxins and reduce the harm of the feed mildew. The feed company will get better feedback from the farmers. Last but not least, bile acid has a function to protect the liver, reduce the heavy burden of the liver. Bile acid solves the fatty liver problem. The fatty liver and heat stress is a very big problem in the tropical area. So adding bile acid to solve the problems is very good. And we had published the article on the animal nutrition. You can check it. Do you have the requirement of improving the body weight again? Please let your contact. I will contact you as soon as possible. But it's time to say goodbye. And welcome to subscribe our YouTube. Okay, it's time. Bye bye.